thank you, darling. What a wonderful anniversary present.
Oh, pleasure.
Not in public. Oh, I wish I could play the piano like that.
So do I.
You can play.
Oh, Mum and Dad made me have lessons when I was 6, which I hated. I haven't played for donkey's years. I was never very good.
I'll be good at playing the piano. It's all about the fingering, you know.
I know another activity that proves that to be true.
Darling, you are naughty. Wait till we get home.
Anyway, so you want to learn the piano?
Yes.
Wonderful. Whatever makes you happy, darling.
We'll have to get a piano.
I know, that won't be cheap. Sorry, darling, anything for you. I can work in the daytime when you're at work, and you can drive next door mad practising all evening if you want.
Where would we put it?
I'll build you a studio at the bottom of the garden. Heating, lighting, and a space for a few select friends to come to the inevitable recitals. How's that for a 20th anniversary present?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, all right, not in public.
Highly Strung Hannah. This week, Kitten on the Keys by Robert Chantler.
Oh, it was a fabulous concert, and Tim's going to build me a music studio and get me a piano. He's so supportive.
And you're sure it's not one of your fads and you won't be bored after a few plays?
No, this is for keeps.
You know it's harder to learn as an adult.
Well, I can't go back in time. Tim had lessons when he was a child. Piano lessons, elocution lessons, and something else, I forget what.
Yes, his parents would have done that, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but he says he can't play.
I bet he can. It's like anything you do as a child. It's like riding a bike. It'll come back to him when he starts tinkling those ivories.
What do you mean, nipples?
No, the piano keys. Ivories. Oh, come on.
Good morning, sir, madam.
Good morning.
Morning.
What can I do for you?
I want to play with the pianos.
She's going to learn and she'd like to choose one.
Ah, well, it's never too late to learn. Do you play, sir?
A little bit. I had lessons when I was a child, but I gave up when my teacher died.
Right, well, I'll leave you to play with the pianos then. Call me if you need anything. Excuse me, madam, what are you doing?
What, in the piano still?
May I ask why?
Because I don't know who sat on it before me.
I see.
My wife has this obsession with wiping seats other people might have sat on.
It's not an obsession. I'm just particular when it comes to hygiene.
Well, madam, the sort of customer we have in here is unlikely to do anything horrid to our piano stools. What exactly concerns you?
Farts.
Well, just keep your wipes off the keys.
That's fine. I've got surgical gloves to wear for that purpose.
Oh, dear God. Imagine her at the Wigmore Hall. Coming on stage in a gorgeous dress with her blue surgical gloves.
A colourful image indeed.
Right. Now, darling, just a thought. We don't really know what we're trying, do we?
Yes, darling, we're trying pianos.
Yeah, I know that. I'm not stupid. I mean, we don't know much about the specifications of any of the pianos, you know, touch, sound, etc.
So what? I'm just going to tinkle on a few until I find one I like the sound of.
Fair enough.
I'll listen to a piece of music, but I don't need to see the score to know whether I like the sound of it or not.
True. Well, OK, you plink and plonk and let me know which one you like. Just remember that expensiveness is not always synonymous with quality. And remember, I'm building you a studio, not a concert hall.
It's gorgeous. It's a baby grand, you know, the ones with the beautiful curved tops that you can prop open like in the concert halls, but just not as long.
Lovely.
And it's jet black and really shiny. You can see your face in it. You can see your fingers in the reflection as you play. It's got 3 pedals instead of the usual 2. And it only costs £15,000.
How much?
I know. Tim bought it for me. I was so happy.
Wish my Chris would spend that on me for my anniversary.
Plus he's building me a music studio with heating and lighting and proper flooring. And he took me to the piano concerto as well. Oh, he's such a darling.
So that was on Friday afternoon, which was why you went home at lunchtime.
Yes, and Friday night. Well, you've heard the expression shagged out.
Yes.
We were by midnight.
Until midnight. Gordon Bennett.
Well, it was a Beckstein and they're one of the best makes, the salesman said.
What was the most expensive piano in the shop?
They had a Steinway full-size concert grand for $75,000.
God, that's more than I paid for my house.
They had pianos that played by themselves. I wanted one of those, but Tim said I'd cheat. They were electronic ones too, which sounded just like real ones, but you could plug in headphones and practice without driving everybody mad.
Tim can't have finished the studio yet, so where is it now?
2 big, heavy, hunky delivery men have put it in the lounge for now. It almost fills the space. Tim reckons the studio will be finished in a week or so. It's really just the large shed with windows that he's improving.
Well, as it's all come in at not short of 20,000, you'd better stick at it, that's all I can say.
Oh, I will. Thank you for the studio, darling. When you're fully recovered, I'll show you how grateful I am.
Thank you. And with the soundproofing, you can practice all you like and the neighbours will hardly hear a thing.
Now I need a piano teacher, and before you offer, I think it's only fair if I pay for my own lessons, all right?
If you insist, darling.
Well, you can if you want.
No. Hate to compromise your independence.
Good save.
Anyone in mind for the teacher?
No, not really. I would have gone to yours if he hadn't died. I'll find one with a good pedigree.
I'm sure you will. Good luck finding one that doesn't mind you wiping his piano stool with lavender hand gel.
I'll ask around and look in the small lads and stuff. I need a good teacher, someone very experienced and very patient, someone encouraging and perhaps a little eccentric.
Good luck. Just avoid anyone too diva-ish. You won't get on with someone bossy or too particular.
All right, but they need to be passionate about what they do.
Passionate, colourful, experienced and a hygiene freak like you. Happy hunting.
I'll have one by the end of the week. I said to Tim I'd have one by the end of the week.
A man or a piano teacher? So I expect you'll want me to do your work this morning while you search the internet and what have you for a teacher.
Please.
Of course. Shame Tony isn't inclined to do things like learning piano, because otherwise you could ask him.
He'd be too idle to put the lid up. I want someone with real credentials. You know, experience, a proven track record of excellence when it comes to producing competent players.
Careful now. You're starting to sound like a person specification.
Don't. Oh, how I hate that phrase. Ugh, it's almost as bad as underwear bandit.
A what?
People who go into charity shop changing rooms and swap their second-hand underwear from the charity shop for their own.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That's why charity shops don't sell second-hand underwear anymore. I would never buy anything that directly touches my body from a charity shop, ever.
No, that would not be conducive to your cleanliness obsessions.
No, it would not.
Right, we'll make you some tea just how you like it and leave you to browse.
Thank you, Karen. Apart from me, only you can make my tea to my liking. Found one! He sounds eminently suitable.
Oh, yes.
Professor Selwyn Lilly, 35 years at the Royal College of Music, many distinguished alumni, including several top concert pianists. Ooh, he's pricey. But he only lives in Weybridge.
Amazing he has any students at those prices.
People want it, they'll pay for it.
That's your personal motto, isn't it?
Very funny. I'll give him a ring. Hopefully, if he's that good, I won't need many lessons and it will all come to the same thing.
Piano lessons aren't like driving lessons. You don't have a course of 10, play Moonlight Sonata and then do what you will.
Oh, I didn't realise it was a long haul.
Well, I guess once you have the basic skills, you can teach yourself to improve. But it takes practice.
No problem. Practising won't be a problem. It's perfect for an obsessive like me.
So, you're Hannah Spencer. Welcome, my dear. I won't shake hands, if you don't mind. Very unhygienic.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. I hate shaking hands. Would you be terribly offended if I ran my lavender hand wipe over the piano stool before sitting on it?
Not at all. All I ask of my students is that they work hard, do their practice, and aren't complete imbeciles. Some of the people I have had, I shudder. Dyspraxic, tone-deaf, lazy, you name it. I've had it.
I know, some people, eh?
Drink?
Oh, no, thank you. Maybe later.
Right, well, come, sit.
Oh, this is...
Wait! What do we do before we play a single note?
Ask permission?
No, we adjust our stool.
Oh, right.
Whenever you sit at a piano, the stool height must be checked. Even if it's fine, just twiddle these knobs a tiny bit, then rest your hands on the keys, like this, and then just twiddle a tiny bit more. It just looks good on stage.
Oh! Right. Well, like this?
Perfect.
Good. You must have played on stage.
Many times in many of the greatest concert halls in the world. Now then, will you be a natural or a flat? Get it?
No, sorry.
Oh well, I did. A natural and a flat are notes in music, dear lady. But a natural is also someone born to play the piano. It just happens. I love it when that happens. Have you got good practice facilities at home?
We have a purpose-built music studio in the garden with a baby grand, real wooden flooring and recital seating.
I would love to see that. Promise me something. When you give your first recital, invite me and sit me right in the front row, so close I can almost feel the music.
Yeah, of course.
Are you married?
Yes.
Does your husband play?
Oh, yeah.
The piano, I mean.
Oh, a bit. He had lessons when he was a child.
Well, I'm sure I could get him back up to scratch, and then you could both play. Make the money you must have spent on the piano even more worthwhile. You could play duets. You could inspire each other. You could drive each other to ever greater pinnacles of excellence.
Well, he usually does what I say. I'll see if I can persuade him, and as a gesture of goodwill, I'll pay for his lessons.
If two people from the same family have lessons, the second person pays only half. I do it to try and encourage families with more than one child to teach both their children to play.
Even better.
Now, you have never played piano before, correct?
Never.
Well, let's start with the names of the keys.
Right. Let's have my first lesson then. It was great, Tim. I played the scales of C major, D major, F major and A minor.
The easy ones.
All right. Smarty pants. I'd like to see you sit down tomorrow and play those scales, having not played since you were a child. What are the notes in D major?
D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp and D.
Oh, all right, so you got lucky.
You know, it would be kind of fun to start playing again. Well, we've got a piano and I have a bit more time now. It would be perfect because I have the daytime to practice and in the evening you can have it all to yourself and I can get some peace and quiet to work.
Oh, that's not fair. You have more daytime than I have evening time.
But I have to work during the day too. So actually I only have a few hours spare.
How can I trust that you'll do as much work as you do now, or do it as diligently?
You'll have to trust me.
Anyway, you can't just pick up where you left off. My teacher's brilliant, but a bit mad. He shares my obsession with cleanliness and he offers a partner lessons for half price. If you have a lesson with him, I'll pay for it.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come on, please.
Oh, right.
Oh, thank you, thank you. He said I was a natural because I pick things up so easily.
Like you did at uni.
Oh, ha ha.
No, it would be fun. We could egg each other on and then when we were both as good as each other we could play duets. I've always wanted to play Kitten on the Keys. It was the biggest selling sheet music of all time. Did you know that? At least I think it was. Anyway, I gave up playing as a child and never got that under my belt. Maybe your teacher would help me play it. Tim, lovely to meet you. Appropriate that you should be taught by a lily, considering Hannah tells me you're a big girl's blouse. Did she? Never mind, never mind. You have played before. I have. Who taught you? William Hunter Bletchingley. No. He was one of my mentors at the Royal College. Well, well, small world. So, are you very rusty? Do you need to begin at the very beginning? Thought you were going to burst into song then. We will have fun together. I can see that. Can you teach me to play Kitten on the Keys? Don't you want to relearn properly? Yes. But can you teach me to play Kitten on the Keys? Of course. I can teach you to play 48 Preludes and Fugues by Bach, if you've got what it takes. Oh, right. Are they really hard, then? They are. As challenging for a classical pianist as the fastest Billy Mail composition is for a jazz pianist. Which are you, Tim? Classical or jazz? A bit of both. I'd quite like to play jazz. Well, then you need to know about rhythm, notation, chromatic chord sequences, dissonance. Can we start with Kitten on the Keys? Very well. But let's do a few refresher exercises first, shall we? And then I'll make you a deal. If you can play Moonlight Sonata passably in its correct key, I will make Kitten on the Keys the first order of business. Deal. If you have a good ear and good fingers, you can play anything you want. As I said to your wife who was learning The Entertainer, nice and steady ragtime, not too fast, despite the fact so many think it should be rattled off. I know that one. I used to play that. Maybe I will again.
I can play it faster than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Time me. Ready?
Show off. Time me.
You know, what Lily said was right, you know. Instead of competing with each other, we should play more stuff together, more duets. I've got a duet arrangement of Kitten on the keys.
No way.
Yeah.
You monkey.
Why don't we have our first recital for close friends and play it as our encore?
We've only been playing a month. I know we're naturals, but shouldn't we wait a little longer before we have a recital?
Next month.
End of the month.
A September recital?
Right. We play 3 pieces each and the duet to finish.
Deal. There. Now we have 2 things we do together. Sex and piano playing.
You could combine the 2. Do it on the piano. Thank you, everyone. Hannah and I are very grateful to see you all. All 8 recital chairs occupied. Well, to finish, we are going to play together. Things are better together. We both agreed that. And to keep me happy, Hannah has learned with me a duet. A duet I've always wanted to play. Kitten on the keys.
Lovely evening it's been. Thank you, both of you.
Phenomenal. If I hadn't been here, I would never have believed it. I hope I can count on you both remaining my pupils, and who knows what you'll achieve.
Maybe one day I'll be rattling off a piano concerto with a massive orchestra in front of thousands of people.
Maybe you will. If you want something enough, you'll get it in the end.
Yeah, well, I got Tim.
And I got you.
Come on, bedtime. We both need to do some fingering exercises, don't we?
You have been listening to Sue Ford as Hannah, Robert Chantler as Tim, Caroline Palmer as Karen, Jeff Buckingham as Tony, Robert Chantler as Professor Lily, and Robert Hardy as the salesman. Highly Strung Hannah was written and directed by Robert Chantler. The audience coordinator was Matt Richards and the producer was Victoria Lawrence. This has been a Free Theatre Company production.